I like real estate more than I like sex. It's because I can do it more. I'm just saying.
Before we get on with this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video.
Grant Cardone is Mr. 10X, and he loves to cash big checks. His influence reaches millions, his portfolio's hit $1 billion. Sorry, Eleanor, but he loves money more than sex. Mr. Grant Cardone!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I just want to, hey, give Rob a big hand for putting this on, all right? Awesome, dude. Awesome, awesome. Like if you've never done an event, if you've never promoted an event, put 1,400 people in a room, like you should take that on as something you could do in your life, because you have no clue how difficult it is to get people to leave their home, come spend time in a space where there's an opportunity or hope that their lives can get better. How many hard workers in a room? How many of you worked hard? Good. That's good. That's the first requirement. You got to work hard, right? But that doesn't mean you'll be successful financially. And even if you get financially successful, it doesn't mean you'll have freedom. It's a completely different game. Like I've been in business for myself for 35 years. I own or touch 14 different companies. I'd like it to be 100. And I actually have a goal for it to be 100. The 14 companies, there's only one of them that provides me with freedom, complete freedom, financial freedom, security. Rob said that I like real estate more than I like sex. It's because I can do it more. I'm just saying. And I can own a bunch of properties. I can't have a bunch of wives. I can barely manage one wife, okay? But I can manage 7,000 units, and I'm gonna manage 20,000, and 20,000 is gonna be easier than 7,000. I'm giving you the information you need right here. I'm telling you right now, you should be like, 7,000 units is easier to buy, finance, manage, and live with than their 700 is. The issue is, can you think big enough? How many real estate investors here? How many have invested in real estate? Okay. My favorite topic of all topics, I've written 8 books: sales, negotiating, closing, follow-up material. I've written 13 best-selling programs for large corporations about putting systems in place in their companies. I wrote a book called The 10X Rule. If you're not first, you're last. Closer Survival Guide. I mean, I've done all these programs. Unbelievable products. There is one program, okay, one area of my life that to me is, it requires no effort, and it's real estate. It's something I've loved my entire life. For 25 years, I bought it quietly. Nobody knew that I had 3 companies. I had these 3 companies that were producing money, and all the extra money that would come out of these 3 companies would go into this real estate acquisition, where I would go buy a piece of real estate. My businesses, the ones I work at every day, did not allow me to pay for a Gulfstream 550. Okay, you can't do it. Your companies, the company you work at and trade time for money, you should not spend money. You should not do wasteful, stupid, ridiculous, make dumb purchases with earned money, if you're taking notes. You should only buy, who's got an Hermes belt? Okay, well, that's ridiculous. I don't have an Hermes belt. I got $1.2 billion worth of real estate. We'll close $400 million worth of deals in the next 65 days. It'll put me over $1.5 billion, and I don't have an Hermes belt. Okay, I didn't even know it was Hermes. I thought it was like, dude, I thought you said your name was Aaron, but you got an H on your belt. Okay? So I don't use earned income. Earned income never buys stuff. Ever, never. You don't use earned income to buy stuff. You used earned income. You pay taxes to the queen. She's got it figured out. Okay? Every piece of real estate, we flew in on a helicopter here from Hampshire, okay? We did a 20-minute flight. It was a 2.5-hour car ride over here. And I said, hey, just give me a helicopter. It'll take 20 minutes. Time is? That's right. That means you trade money for time. You don't save money and spend your time in a car. Time is money. Time is senior to money. I didn't know this. The first 30 years of my career, I didn't know this. I thought money was senior to time. When I finally understood, look, if you want to 10x, if you want to multiply where you are, you're making 130 pounds a year, 130,000 pounds a year, or you're making 60,000 pounds a year, or you're making 600,000 pounds a year, whatever your number is, you're making 2 million pounds a year. If you wanted to 10x that, from whatever that number is to 10 times that, would 10 times give you some relief? Would it give you a little like, okay, I can breathe a little bit better? What do you think? Yes. Okay, thank you very much, sir, okay? He's acting like a Trump. Yeah. Okay, so check it out, right? What you want is you want to breathe, right? The first 25 years of my being in business, I couldn't breathe, man. I was worried about everything all the time. It wasn't until I started accumulating real estate that I could, when I got a certain amount of income coming from the passive income, okay? This is what you want. You want the passive income, not landlord income, by the way. You own 7 units and you're working, you're the manager, that's earned income. Don't be bragging to everybody, I'm an investor, man. No, you're a landlord, you're a manager. You got to move from manager to investor. Investors have managers. Everybody agree? I'm like, who manages your property? I do. Well, you're not an investor, you're a manager. Like if you got a $10 million dream, don't trade it for $10. Right? I want 15%. I want 15% return on my properties with cash flow and appreciation. I want to look back and say, I was in that deal 8 years. I made 140% on my money. That's what I want out of a deal. I don't trade the dream of 140% for a 2% management fee. Right? Don't trade, if you're taking notes, don't trade the dream to save money. The dream's not to save money. The dream, the only reason anybody ever gets in real estate is for this. People do not get in real estate because of the money. Did I spell that right? Freedom. That's the game. You're not in real estate because you want money. You're in real estate because you think the potential of this vehicle, okay, because you can have leverage, you got tenants in it, and over a period of time, the next, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it might pay itself off because of the income of the operations, and it might go up in value. Now, when I was flying in here from Hampshire, and we were south of the O2, which I thought that's where we were speaking. They said, Rob told me, we're going to fill up the O2. I said, fuck, I'll be there. And then they showed me this place. I said, where is everybody? Okay, all the way to the wall. So we're flying in here. There's all these little communities south of here, just south of here. You'll get used to my accent here in a second. And just south of here, about 3 or 4 miles, there's all these red brick little, looks like townhouses stacked on top of each other. Now, I was in the plane. My wife's with me. Where's Elena? There's Elena. And I said, I'm flying over this place. We're about 2,000 feet. And I'm like, we ought to just come back here and buy everything. Buy it all. Brexit, no exit, no Brexit, no Teresa with Teresa. Murray's coming in, Sausage Man is going, whatever. Dude, buy it all, buy everything, because I'm going to tell you something. No matter what king or queen is in charge, that property will still be there 20 years from now, and I guarantee you that property's value will be higher in the 20 years from now than it is today. Question is, who can keep it? Who can keep it? All real estate becomes more valuable. Almost all real estate. You just want to add one thing to that. Real estate that produces income always becomes more valuable. Not all real estate is more valuable. I'll promise you, there are islands in Greece, and Greece would give me the island. Be like, here, you can have it. If you put the infrastructure into it, you can have it. They would give it to me. It's worth less today than it was 50 years ago. What does that island not have? Income. It has no income, okay? All real estate is not created equal, folks. All real estate is not created equal, okay? The more income a piece of real estate can produce, the more valuable that piece of real estate is. And the income that it depends on will determine the value of this real estate long term. So if you had retail 15 years ago, and you were over there at Harrods, and even though that's just going to become something different, because retail is not going to go back in there.
If you've enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about property investing professionally, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel.